Today I will give you the intro of our course, which name is Law of Property. In that particular course, we will discuss 4 statutes, very important practical statutes. First one will be the Land Acquisition Act 1894. Then Registration Act 1908. Then TPA. TPA stands for the Transfer of Property Act 1882. Then Succession Act 1925. The 4 statutes, which are the pillars of that course, are too much important and have significance in our society. A bulk of cases revolves around that statutes. A bulk of 80 to 90% your litigation in your country, from the lower courts to the Supreme Court of Pakistan, revolves around these 4 statutes. So important. For instance, if the government want to acquire a land, basically that land that belongs to a citizen, do you know that the constitutional fundamental right to acquire the land, to hold it, to have it, the Article 23, 24 deals with that of the Constitution of Pakistan 1973, that every citizen has the right to hold, to sell, to dispose of his land according to his own will, except when a special law invokes. That special law is the Land Acquisition Act 1894. If the government and its machinery, the state, thinks that for the public purpose. What is the public purpose? Public purpose may be the school, a hospital, a road, a ring road, a motorway, whatsoever the project. If it is for the large interest of the masses, the government can acquire your land, your own land, which has been granted constitutional guarantee under Article 23, that you can hold it, nobody can deprive you from that. But when you read Article 23, 24, you come to know that there are some limitations in your rights. The government can, the state can acquire it under the umbrella of public purpose, for the larger interest of the masses. It can acquire. Even you have to be deprived of your forefathers' graveyards, even that, your birthplace, the most sacred and the most dearest place, you have to deprive it under that law. Land Acquisition Act. You are very established, your business was very established, your shop was very flourished, but when the government once make a plan that it must be acquired for the public purpose, you cannot stand anywhere. Only the compensation the government will give you by its procedure, which we will discuss in that particular law. Then comes Registration Act 1908. A lot of civil litigation revolves about HIPAA, gift. When we see Registration Act, we will come to know that under ignorance, many people, after acquiring, after giving the due sum to his brother, sister, and after relinquishing that property to, and if that person who acquires the right of other, if he did not register it under the Registration Act, after 50 years, after 100 years, you have to listen to music. The descendants of that deceased or the live one who have given you his right can be challenged under that law. Very dangerous. we will discuss in section 70. Very practical. I have a Laga case in which I see that particular lady who gave the right of his brother who is not deceased. His nephew has claimed that my aunt has not given the right of my father and I have put myself in his shoes. Give me my right. Now at the stage of Supreme Court that case is only due to the ignorance of the decision at 1908. So it is so significant. Then comes PPA. In PPA we will discuss what is the fraud, what is the fraudulent transfer, what is ostensible honor, what is the mortgage, what is the lease. A lot of things we will discuss in that PPA. Then the Succession Act. In Succession Act, you will discuss the citizenship of some citizen, domicile, your right, and your will, we will discuss testaments, we will discuss it. So these 4 statutes are very important. So I humbly submit and request to my all students to pay attention in that particular important course, that if they want to make law practice in the courts, or either way, if you are a judicial officer as a judge, you have to know these laws must be on your sleeves. You must be well acquainted of these laws. Thank you.